Millwall versus Spurs, Boxing Day 1977. Just weeks after the well-known Panorama documentary that highlighted Millwall's hooligan problem, this game was expected to be violent and chaotic. Many thought it would turn into a day of serious trouble. But what really happened during this second division match? Let's hear what some of the fans had to say. First, Tony from the Spurs Yid Army shared his memory. Boxing Day 1977 at Millwall. Before that match, during our home game against Palace on December 17th, leaflets were handed out at Park Lane. They said, "Millwall Boxing Day, don't bottle it," and listed a meeting time and place at London Bridge. We were meant to walk as a big group to the Den. It wasn't a day for the soft lads, but loads of us turned up. Only time I've seen a bigger turnout was when we played Chelsea in the FA Cup. We marched through King's Road and clashed with their main firm at World's End and came out on top. That walk over London Bridge to Millwall was unreal. Everyone was there, probably because of all the threats and the stuff shown on Panorama. Great times. We thought Millwall would come at us on the way there, but they didn't. Maybe it was just too early in the day. We paid a $5 at the turnstiles, even though the game was meant to be all ticket. Only a handful of police were keeping fans apart, with just a small old blue railing in between. The newspapers had built it up for days, saying there'd be serious violence. But it didn't turn out that way. One thing I still remember, and it was shown on the news that night, was when a few Millwall fans climbed up on the roof above one of the stands. They ripped off part of the roof and dropped a huge bit of concrete onto Spurs fans underneath. That was clearly planned. Lucky no one got killed. Apart from that, it was just small fights here and there, and the usual bricks and bottles, but nothing major happened inside the ground. There were loads of us. I'd say around 7,000 Spurs fans, and about 10,000 Millwall fans. After the game, we didn't really know the area or how to get back to London Bridge. We got split up near Ilderton Road. I think most of us were more scared of getting told off by our own for backing down than actually facing Millwall. So, no one backed down. Even when stuff was flying down at us, we stood firm. Then Millwall suddenly came out from behind the flats and a big fight broke out. I got separated and ended up being chased into someone's garden. Had to jump fences to get away. Finally came out on Old Kent Road, bumped into a mate from Hackney, and we jumped in a cab. The return game at our place in March 1978, that was another day I'll never forget. Now let's hear from Ian, a well-known Millwall supporter. I remember that game well. It was just after the Panorama show, and everyone was going on about Millwall's firm. One of our boys on the program even said he hated Spurs and we were going to do them. But then the FA moved the kickoff to 12 noon. Let's be honest, most of our lot aren't even awake by then. So we didn't get our main firm out in full. Credit to Spurs, though. They came in big numbers. It was only after the final whistle that some of our lads turned up and met them near Ilderton Road. We pushed them back a bit until the police got involved and walked them to London Bridge. Some of our boys were waiting there too and had to go, but with so many police around, it didn't last long. I'm sure the cops didn't mind. Working on Boxing Day probably meant extra pay. It wasn't a great day for Millwall, but at least we turned up. Can't say the same about Spurs at the return match at White Hart Lane the next year. We went there ready, but they didn't want it. Spurs always act like they were one of the top firms, but I never really saw it. And funny how they never talk about the League Cup tie in '72 when we took over their end. We cleared out the shelf, but no one ever mentions that. Maybe I'll tell that one another time. Big thanks to Tony and Ian for their stories. Spurs clearly brought a massive group for this rare meeting with Millwall, as they didn't usually face each other due to being in different leagues. Even though newspapers predicted chaos, the real action was limited, maybe because of the early kickoff and the heavy police presence. But then again, that usually didn't stop Millwall, did it? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share. Also, subscribe for more true football stories.